Welcome to Waidsum Academy. Today we'll be looking at IGCSE Paper Maths Paper 2-1, May, June 2018. Okay, without much ado, let's begin. Okay, the first question here is to write down the prime number between 20 and 30. See, this is not a big deal. Just one mark, I bet it's not a big deal. Is to write down the prime number between 20 and 30. Prime numbers are numbers which can only be divided by itself and 1. Prime numbers are numbers which can only be divided by itself and 1. So between 20 and 30, 23 is a prime number. 23 is a prime number. Okay, so let's go to our board. We list them out here. Question number 1. Question number 1. Just wait, our board is coming up. Question 1. Prime numbers between 20 and 30. So 21 is not a prime number. You know why? Because 21 can be divided by 3 and can be divided by 7. 23 is one of the numbers, so we write 23. Because 23 cannot be divided by 3, cannot be divided by 5, cannot be divided by 7. Okay, so we say 23 and which other number? 25 is not a prime number. 25 can be divided by 5. 27 is not a prime number. 27 can be divided by 3, can be divided by 9. The next number is 29. So there are 23 and 29. 23 and 29. So these are the two prime numbers that are between 20 and 30. They are between 20 and 30. Okay? So that's what we have for that question. That's the answer we have for that question. So it's not a difficult one. Now see the next one. I say we should write this number in standard form. 0.001. After decimal, all the zeros are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before 3, 8, 7. We should write this number in standard form. So in writing this number in standard form, now question number 2, is it write 0.0000000 387 in standard form. So to write this number in standard form, what do we have? So you know, once this is considered a very small number. So when a number is too small, then what we do is to count the number of zeros or count from here. Is it that you shift the decimal point? We're going to shift it from here. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're shifting it to this place, to where the first number is. So we write our answer to be 3.87. 3.87 times 10 to the power of what? -5. Why we write negative? Because it's a small number, it's a decimal. So to -5. Finish. Your job is done. You get this mark. We move to the next question. The job is done for this question. Okay, the next question says, write the recurring decimal 0.63 as a fraction. You should write this recurring decimal 0.63 as a fraction. Now we go to the board. Question number 3. Question number 3 on the board. We write 0.63 Okay. Zero point 6 6 3. Both of them we have dot on top. 6 and 3 we have dot on top of both of them. Okay, so why? Because they are recurring, meaning 0.63636363. Both digits are recurring. So you say, if you want to write it, you say, if you have to change this to fraction, you say let x, let's assume x, let x equal to, we write the recorded decimal, 0.6363. You know, it's recurring. 6363 will continuously reoccur. Okay, so we have 0.6363. Now to make it, we can call this equation 1. Okay, we can call this equation 1. So I multiply both sides by 100 because 63 is continuously recurring. I multiply both sides by 100. So if I multiply here by 100, the left side, I'll have 100x. I'll have 100x on the left. Okay, I want to form equation 2. That's why I multiply both sides by 100. Why 100? Sometimes we can multiply by 10. If it's 0.6 that is recurring, if it's one digit that is recurring, you multiply both sides by 10. If it's 2 digit that is recurring, you multiply both sides by 100. If it's 3 digit that is recurring, you multiply both sides by 1000. Is that okay? So that's just the logic. So if I multiply here by 10, I will get 100, sorry. If I multiply here by 100, I will get 63.6363 like this. 63.6363 will continuously reoccur. 63. So we can call this one equation 2. Okay, the next thing for us to do is to probably maybe write equation 2 on top. We make it because it's the bigger one, 100x. Just I'm rearranging, that's it. I write equation 2 on top equal to, because I want to subtract between equation 2 and 1. So I write the big one on top first. So this becomes 63 as much as you want to write. Okay, then the first equation is x equal to 0.63 0.6363. Okay, so this is, then when we say subtract, let's choose another color to make it more conspicuous. Here we say subtract. We want to subtract equation 1 from 2. So subtract, I can either write the minus sign here. So when I subtract 100x minus x, I will get 99x. So here I have 99x on the left. 99x on the left equal to, if you subtract this, you get 63 only. You get 63 only. Okay, now we make x the subject of formula. You know, that's what x is going to represent the fraction. Say x equal to 63 over 99. X will be equal to 63 over 99. Okay, but sometimes we have to reduce this one to probably the lowest term. 63 over 99. So we can simplify this to the lowest term. Okay, we can also leave it like this, but it's better we simplify it. So probably here 3 can be divided by 3, right? So if 3 go here, 63. Or 9 can go, right? 9 to 63. Divide 63 by 9, we'll get 7, right? 63 divided by 9, 7. Yeah, 7. So 63 divided by 9. We divide both sides by 9. If you divide the top, the numerator by 9, we get 7 here. And if you divide the denominator, but you must choose a number that can divide both the numerator and the denominator. So if you divide the denominator by 9, you get 11, right? You get 11 because 9 times 11 is 99. So you get 11. So this is the fraction. You see 0.63 that are both recorded, change it to fraction, becomes 7 over 11. So we get 7 over 11, okay? So that's the fraction for that question. Now let's go to the next question quickly. We want to do as much as we can today, okay? So here, find the value of, question number 4, is a find the value of 7x plus 3y when x is 12 and y is negative 6. When x is 12, y is negative. So anywhere we see y x, we put 12, and anywhere we see y, we put negative 6. So 7x plus 3y. Let's write the equation first. So we write the equation. Question number 4, right? Or question 5? Is it 4 or 5? Question number 4. Okay. Question number 4. Question number 4, we say 7x plus 3y, right? Plus 3y. This is the algebra. This is just an algebra. And they've told us x equal to 12. X is 12. And y is the negative 6, if I'm not mistaken. We'll check again. Y is negative number, probably the negative 6. Probably negative 6. Okay, let's check. Y is probably negative 6. Yeah, y is negative 6. Now, since that is so, let's do this. So we said you substitute 12 for x. You substitute, meaning the position of x, replace it to 12. Substitute 12 for x. So I'm going to write, in place of x, I put bracket, I put 12. Okay, my writing this is laggy. Okay, I put 12 in place of x, there plus 3. In place of y, you put the value, which is negative 6. So we put negative 6 for y. Put negative 6 for y. Put negative 6. Okay? So here you multiply 7 by 12. Okay? This is equal to 7 times 12. 7 times 12 we get 84, right? (84) plus, then 3 multiplied by negative 6 is going to be negative 18. Negative 18. So plus minus will eventually be negative, will be minus. Okay, will be eventually be negative. So next step, you're going to say our next step is going to be negative 8, minus 84 minus 18. So our next step is 84 minus 18. 84 minus 18. So you subtract them, what do you get? 84 minus 18. Okay, so we get 66, right? Because 14 minus 8 is, if you borrow 1 here, 14 minus 8 will be 6, remaining 7, 7 minus 1 is 6. So we get 66. So our answer will be 66 for this question. 66. So our job is done for question number 4. So our answer here will be 66 for question number 4. Here, 66. You get 2 marks. Okay, you get the first time you get it 2 marks, right? Or we got it 2 marks before. No, previously everything was 1 mark. Even the fraction that took us a time is 1 mark. This one 2 marks. Okay, now we are here. Look at this diagram. So the diagram shows 2 parallel lines. PAQ. This one, look at it, this line is a straight line. PAQ is a straight line, and it's parallel to SBCT. It's parallel to SB, this other one. So the diagram shows two parallel lines, PAQ and SBCT. See, look at it. PAQ is a straight line, and this straight line is parallel to SBCT. Okay, so let's draw this. Okay, before we draw, let's read what they want us to do. Now, AB, look at AB. AB is equal to AC. They're equal. That's why they put this mark here. That's why you see this line here. They cut them, meaning they're equal. AB is equal to AC. Look at AC, this line, and look at AB, this line, AB that joins. Okay, AB, they are equal. And angle QAC is equals to 43. Angle QAC, the one in the middle. The angle Q, when they say Q, A, and C, the angle between this place is 43. Find the value of x. Here is x. It asks us to find the value of x. Okay, so let's find the value of x. We get our 2 marks. We put our 2 marks in our pocket. Question number 5. So first and foremost, we draw the diagram for question number 5. Now let's take a look at this line. Okay. Let's call them these two lines parallel line. Let's assume they're parallel line. Okay, so here we have we've been asked to find this place x, and here is 43. Here's 43. This line is equal to this line. They're equal. This is P A Q, line PAQ, and this SBCT, SBCT. Okay, so this is the diagram. They're asking us to look for x. Okay, so the first thing we should note is that, look at this. This if a line joins two parallel lines, these are two parallel lines. If a line joins from the one parallel line to the next one, the angle here will be alternate to the angle here. So this angle will be alternate. So here will also be 43. This angle will be alternate angles. Okay, here will be 43. If here is 43, since this line, these two lines are equal, since these two lines, this one and this one, since they are equal, the base angles also are equal. The base angles are also equal. So here, this base angle is 43 as well. This base angle is 43. So you can see this is now a triangle. This is a triangle. Inside this place we have a triangle. This angle is a triangle. This angle has become a triangle. So you have to solve the triangle to find the value of x. So if you look at it, we have this now. We have this triangle. Okay, never mind if the triangle is not looking straight. Here we have 43. Sorry, we have x. We'll be told to find x here. This is the line. This is the two lines that are equal. So their base angles are also equal. So here is 43. Here is 43. And here is also 43. So 43 plus 43, we get 86. Plus x equal to 180. Plus x equal to 180. So sum of angle in a triangle is equals to 180. Sum of angle in a triangle is equals to 180. So you say x plus, that's this angle they asked us to find, plus 43 plus this 43 equal to 180. So the first thing is how we found the 43 here and here. We say this 43 that they gave us is alternate to this one. Alternate angles are equal. That's the first rule. And then since this line is equal to this line, these two lines are equal. The base angle here is also equal to this base angle. So that's how we got the second 43 here. And then you now sum this up. Sum of angle in a triangle equals to 43. So you say x plus 43 plus another 43 plus another 43 is equal to 180. Is equal to 180. So we have x plus 86 equals to 180. So you subtract 86 from this other side or from both sides. So you have x equal to 180 minus 86. 180 minus 86. 180 minus 86. So x will be equal to 94. Degree. Okay, 94 degree, small degree here. So that's what this one is. So that's what this one is. Okay. Even the note, when we finish, this note will be on the channel. Okay, the note will be on the YouTube channel. And also for everyone, available for everyone. Now let's go to the next question as fast as we can. So we found this value, and this one is 94 degrees. Now let's calculate the area of the circle. See, they are asking us to find area of a circle. Calculate the area of a circle with radius 5.1. Area of a circle, and it's 2 marks. As small as it is, it's 2 marks. Question number 6. Question number 6. Area of a circle, area is equal to pi r squared. Area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. Pi r squared, right? Pi r squared. And they're giving us the radius. The radius r is 5.1. The radius r is 5.1. Now find the area. This one, even grade 8 can do. Right? If you're in grade 8, you can do this. Okay? Grade, yeah. So you just substitute into this formula. Okay? Area is equal to 3.14. 3.14, or you write 3.142. Okay? Times 5.1 squared. You have to square this value, 5.1. If you forget to square, you get wrong answer. 5.1 square, you get what? 26.01. Okay, so area will be equal to 3.14 times 3.142 times multiplied by 26.01. So what do you get? So area will be 81, right? Area will be equal to 81.7 centimeters. So one decimal place, 81.7, right? Centimeters squared. Finish. You get your 2 marks. This gives you 2 marks to be able to do this. Okay? This gives you grade 9, grade 8. This you always do in area of a circle. So you see they are in IGCSE. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number 7. Question number 7. We have a right angle triangle ABC. Let's draw the right angle triangle ABC. This 2.5, this 4.1. Find the length AC. Find the long length AC. ABCD, find the long length. 2.5, 4.1. So let's quickly have that question number 7 here. So question number 7. We have a right angle triangle. Okay, my line was messed up. Okay, anyway, you know what we are drawing, right? This one was supposed to be a straight line, became a curve. Okay, pardon our drawing error. ABC. ABC. Okay, here is 2.5 centimeter. Here is 2.5 centimeter. And here is 4.1 centimeter. Okay, they are giving centimeter. 4.1 centimeter. Okay, centimeter. Find AC. Find the length AC. This is a straight line, okay? This AC is a straight line. It was a drawing error, okay? This is a straight line. Find the length AC. So to find the length AC, here we use Pythagoras theorem. Remember Pythagoras theorem? Which says AC square length AC square, Pythagoras theorem, is equal to AB square. Here is B, okay? This place is B. Is equal to AB square plus BC square. Is equals to AB square. AB square. This is from trigonometry, okay? Pythagoras theorem in trigonometry plus BC square. So we substitute the value into this, right? So we have AC square. We have AC square is equal to AB is 2.5. So we square 2.5. We square it. 2.5 square plus BC 4.1 square. 4.1 square. So 2.5 square we get 4.1 square Okay, now AC square, length AC square, length AC square is equal to 2.5 is 6.25. 4.1 square, what do you get? 4.1 square. $16.81, right? We get 16.81. So AC square will give us, we add both these two together. What do we get? 6.25 plus 16.81. What do we get? What do we get? AC square will give us what? A total of 23, right? 23.06. So we take the square root of both sides so that we can get AC. We're not looking for AC square, we're looking for AC. So we take square root of AC square, and we also take square root of the other side. Square root, we cancel square. This square root, we cancel this square. Only AC will remain on this side, and we take the square root of this number 23.06. 23.06. We take the square root. Okay, let's take the square root of this number and see what we get. So AC will be equal to what? So AC will be equal to 4.80. AC will be equal to 4.80. Okay, so that's it. That's the length, 4.8. So one decimal place, 4.8. Remember, they are in one decimal place. They are in one decimal place. This one is in one decimal place, 2.5. This one is in one decimal place, 4.1. So here, this one long AC length is 4.8 centimeters. That's it. Okay, we're done with that. We get these 2 marks and we move on. Now I say expand and simplify. We're going to expand this. First, expand means you take what is outside the bracket to multiply what is inside the bracket, and then we collect like terms. We simplify. Okay, expand and simplify. So let's take a look at this. Is also 2 marks. Let's look at this. 6 into 2y minus 3 minus 5 into y plus 1. 6 into 2y. Question number what? 8. Now let's change the color of our marker. We'll be using this for long. Deep blue. Okay, 6 into 2y minus what? 2y minus 3 then minus 5 into y plus 1, right? Y plus 1. So we expand and then we simplify. Expand and simplify this. So how? You just take this, you multiply. That's it. You use what is outside the bracket to multiply what is inside the bracket. So we say 6 multiplied by 2y, we get 12y. We get 12y. Then 6 multiplied by negative 3, we get negative 18. We get negative 18. And then minus 5 multiplied by y, we will get minus 5y. We get minus 5y. Minus 5 multiplied by plus 1, we get minus 5. We get minus 5. So the next step is to collect like terms. We collect like terms, right? So the one that with y, the algebra one that has y with them, we bring them together. So we have 12y minus 5y, minus 5y. 12y minus 5y, we bring them together. Then we have minus 18. We have minus 18. Minus 18, then minus 5. Minus 18 minus 5. So 12 minus 5y will be what? 7y, right? So this will be equal to 7y. This will be equal to 7y. Minus 18 minus 5 will be equal to minus 23. Okay? Negative 18 is like you are owing someone $18 and you're owing another person $5. You'll be owing altogether $23. So negative is like you are owing. It's like indebtedness. You're owing. So this will be equal to negative 23. Okay? So we have our final simplification is 7y minus 23. That's our answer. 7y, we write here 7y minus 23. We get 2 marks. We move to the next question, question number 9. We move to the next question, question number 9. And we have 3 to the power of negative q times 1 over 27 equals to 81. Find the value of q. 3 to the power of negative q times 1 over 27 equals to 81. Find the value of q. Okay, let's take a look at that question number 9. Question 9. We have 3 to the power of negative q. 3 to the power of negative q multiplied by 1 all over 27 multiplied by 1 over 27 multiplied by 1 all over 27 is equal to 81. Is equal to 81. Okay, this is question 9. So what we do, this is indices, or what we call exponent. For A level we call it exponent. Okay, so indices, we want to reduce everything can be in base 3. So let's say I bring this, or we bring this to 3 raised to power minus q, 3 raised to power minus q times 1 over 27 is same as 27 raised to power negative 1. 27 raised to power negative 1. Raised to power negative 1 is equal to 81. Okay, let's put everything in base 3 now. Next step, let's put everything in base 3. We say 3 raised to power minus q times 27 is 3 raised to power 3. 9 is 3 raised to power 2. Okay? This is not 27 means 3 to the power of 3 for cube numbers. 27 is a cube number. 3 raised to power 3. Then we multiply by, is only this 27 I have broken down here, multiply by minus 1. You know, remember there's power of minus 1. It was 27 raised to power minus 1. So this 27 is what we broke down to 3 raised to power 3. And then this is equal to 81 means 3 raised to power 4. 3 raised to the power of 4. Why? Because 3 raised to power 2 is 9. You know 9 times 9 is 81. Another 3 raised to power 2 is also 9. So in indices, first law of indices, you take the base to be same, you add the power. So you write 3, you add 2 plus 2. You add 2 plus 2, it becomes 3 raised to power 4. So remember this is 9, 3 raised to power 3, 3 raised to power 2 is 9, and here also 3 raised to power 2 is 9. So 9 times 9 is 81. So eventually you have 81 to be what? 3 raised to the power of 4. You have 81 to be 3 raised to power 4. So that's how, if you look now, we have everything base there, 3. But one more step, we put everything in perspective, proper perspective. Now I have 3 raised to power minus q, 3 raised to power minus q times, this one is 3 raised to power minus 1 times, we multiply the power, both the one inside and the one outside. Minus 1 multiplied by 3, it becomes negative 3. So this becomes 3 raised to power negative 3. This is the one I want us to put in perspective. And then this is equals to 3 raised to power 4. Now once we have this, we can solve. You see, this is first law of indices. This is like the first law of indices. Look at it. This is like the first law of indices. We can solve this first, and then we can equate the power to the left side. Let's look at the left side first before we equate the power to the right. So the bases are same. We add the power. Since the bases are same, we have 3. We write minus q plus. Okay, what I'm doing now, I'm applying the first law of indices. First law. We are applying the first law of indices, which says if the powers have the same base and they be multiplied, two in the index, if they be multiplied, which is called indices, they have the same base, you add the power. So we add plus minus 3. You know the second one, the power for the second one is negative 3. Plus minus 3. This one. This negative 3. Okay, this is first law of indices. They have same base. Base is 3. This is the base. This is the base here. So you add the power minus q plus minus 3. Then is equal to what we have on the right. 3 to the power of 4. So since the left side also now has the same base with the right, since the left side has the same base with the right, we go to equate the power now. All the power from the left to the right side. We equate the power. Okay, so since the base, why do we do that? Because the base on the left is same as the base on the right. The base on the left is same as the base on the right. You know, this is an equation. So since the base on the left is same as the base on the right, we equate the power. So we write minus q, only the power we're going to write now. Minus q, plus minus is still minus, right? When you say plus minus 3, is still same as simply saying minus 3 is equal to 4. Is equal to 4. Is equal to 4. So we have minus q u is equal to, you bring 3 to the other side, is equal to 4. When minus 3 comes to the right, it's going to be plus 3. It's going to be, when negative 3 goes to the right side of the equation, it becomes a positive 3. So we say minus q is equal to 7. Minus q equal to 7. Remember, this is not your final step, because they didn't say find negative q. There is no negative in alphabet. There is no negative in alphabet. There is only positive alphabet. They only ask you to find q, not negative q. So to find q, you divide both sides by minus 1. You divide both sides by negative 1. So to find q, you divide here by negative 1. Divide here by both sides, both the left and the right side. Also divide here by negative 1. Also divide this way by negative 1. So when you do that, we will have q on the left. We have q on the left. We have q on the left. So q will be equal to what? Q will be equal to negative 7. Because positive 7 divided by minus, because here minus divided by minus, it becomes positive q. Okay? Here, 7 divided by minus 1, you get negative 7. So that's our final answer. Negative 7 is our final answer. Okay? Q is equal to negative 7. Q is equal to negative 7. Okay, so that's that for this question. That's that for this question. Okay? But in the exam, you have to be fast. You know, you have to be like fast. Because just two, all these are 2 marks and so on and so forth. You spend only a minute to do all this type of question. You don't have to like waste a lot of time. This question, I think we don't need to do it. You say calculate this, write down your full answer from the calculator. just key this number in the calculator. You say 2.36 plus 6.4 square. Then whatever you get for the whole answer, take the square root of the whole thing. What do you get? 2.36 plus, because this one they are not asking us to solve anything, just key these digits in calculator. 2.36 plus 6.4, you square that 6.4. You square the 6.4, that you get, if you add them together, after squaring it, you add them together, you get an answer, then you find the square root of that answer. You find the square root of that answer. (2.36) plus 6.4. Yes, what's the square root? What's the answer? 6.5, right? 6.58. Yes, 6.58. So that's it. Here you are not solving anything. Question 10A, we are not solving. Okay, we have to write out all the answer. The B, they will ask us to correct with 4 decimal place. The first, the A, let's write the full answer. Question 10A. We have to write the full answer. What's the full answer? 6 point what? Give me the full answer. What's the 6.5833 122 122. You don't need to abbreviate, or you don't need to put it because they're going to ask you again another question. 3625 3625. So that's the full answer. 6.58. So this is the full answer. The B, they will ask us another question, the B part. The B part of the question, they will ask us another question. And that question is it write your answer to part A correct to 4 decimal places. So correct your answer to 4 decimal places. So we're going to count 4 decimals. Okay? We're going to count 4 decimals. We count 1 from here. We shift we count after decimal. 2, 3, 4. Now when you get here, you break it down and see if you can round up or round down. This number cannot be rounded up, only can be rounded down. So we cannot take 1 from here. So our answer will be 6.58 6.5833. 6.5833. Sometimes they can even ask if they can ask you to put it in standard form. Okay, but this question they didn't ask. Sometimes they can ask you to put this one in standard form. Okay, so it will be okay. Anyway, let's move to the next question. Question number 11. This is indices, and it's 2 marks. This is indices. Question number 11. This is indices. So we look at question number 11. Eight raised to power 2 over 3 times 49 raised to power minus half. 8 raised to power 2 over 3 times 49 raised to power half. 49 raised to power half. Negative half. Negative half. Anything raised to power half means square root. Anything raised to power half means square root. When they say raised to power minus half, it means 1 all over. Then you take square root. 1 all over square root. Okay, so then for this one, for this one, 8 raised to the power 2 over 3, the denominator becomes the root and the numerator becomes the power. So you write 8, whatever number is in the denominator, we form the root. Meaning, since it's 3, it's going to be cube root. The denominator of the power is 3, we're going to find the cube root. If it's 4, you find the fourth root. The numerator will be the power, like you square. The denominator, the numerator will form the power. The numerator will form the power. Numerator is 2, so we square. We square. Numerator is 2, square. The denominator is 2, write the power. So the denominator is 3, we say cube root of 8. Then we go to the next one, 49. We're going to find 1 all over. You know, I told you this is raised to the power minus. You say 1 all over. 1 over the square root. You find the square root of 49. Or even if you say square root of 1 all over 49, it's the same thing. Square root of 1 is still considered to be 1. Or you just find the square root of of 49. Okay, we move to the next one. What's the cube root of 8? 2. The meaning of cube root, a number that can be multiplied 3 times to get 8 is 2. A number that can be multiplied 3 times to get 8 is 2. So the cube root of 8 is 2. And then we square that number, 2 raised to the power 2, this square. We put this square here. Then multiply by 1 over, the square root of 49 is 7. The square root of 49 is 7. The square root of 49 is 7. So we go to the next step. Next step, we get 2 to the power of 2, which is 4. Multiply by 1 over 7. 4 multiplied by 1 over 7. So 4 multiplied by 1, we get 4. 4 multiplied by 1, we get 4. And then over 7. And then over 7. So this is our final answer, 4 over 7 for this question. 4 over 7 is the final answer for this question. So we go here, we write here 4 over 7, we get our 2 marks. Now let's go to question number 12. We're going to look at solving inequality. Okay, you see paper 2 in IGCSE Cambridge, IGCSE Mathematics is not so difficult. Solving inequality. 3n minus 5 is greater than 17 plus 8n. 3n minus 5 is greater than 17 plus 8n. Question 12. n minus 5 is greater than 17 plus 8n. It's greater than 17 plus 8n, right? That's what we have. 3n minus 5 is greater than 17 plus 8n. So what we need to do is 2 marks, is to solve this problem. What we need to do is to just solve this problem. Okay, to do that, you collect like terms first. Let's collect like terms. So we say, let's find different color this time around. 3n. If you bring 8n to the left side, it becomes minus 8n. If you bring 8n to the left, it becomes minus 8n. So we have minus 8n is greater than 17. You bring minus 5 to the right, it becomes plus 5. Minus 5 from the left, bring it to the right, it becomes plus 5. Plus 5. Okay, the next thing is to subtract 3n minus 8n, we get negative 5n. We get negative 5n. Negative 5n is greater than 70 plus 5, 22. We get 22. The next step is to divide both sides by 5, okay, or by minus 5, okay. And anytime we divide by a negative number, the sign of the inequality changes. So if I divide here by minus 5, also divide here by minus 5, this minus we cancel this minus, and then 5 we cancel 5. On the left side we have only n left, and is greater than 22 divided by negative 5. It will now be, this sign will change when you divide by minus. Okay, so this sign will change. It will, instead of greater than, it will become less than. It will become less than negative 4.4. Okay, anytime in inequality you divide by a negative number, you get the sign that was greater than will become less than. The sign will change. The sign will change. Okay, so we get n is less than minus 4.4. Okay, that's that for this question. And then we reap our 2 marks. Now let's move on to the next question. Let's move on to the next question. This question, without using calculator, you must show all your working and give your answers as fraction in its simplest form. You must show all your working and give your answer as a fraction in the simplest form. This is 3 marks. So as simple as you think this is 3 marks. I think it's the biggest mark so far. This is 3 marks. So let's see why they give you 3 marks for this question. So 1 whole number 3 over 4 times 6 over 35. 1 whole number 3 over 4 times 6 over 35. Question number 30. Question number 13. 1 whole number 3 over 4. 1 whole number 3 over 4 times 6 over 35. Multiply by 6. Multiply by 6 over 35. So this question, no, you are not allowed to use calculator. Right? The question says, without using calculator, work out this. You must show all your working. Okay? Okay, and it's 3 marks. Let's see. We change this one to improper fraction. You know it's a mixed fraction. Let's change the one on the left to improper fraction. How do you do that? How do you change this one to improper fraction? We say the denominator here times the whole number. 4 times 1, we get 4. Plus 3, we get 7. So we get 7 over 4. By changing this one to improper fraction, it becomes 7 over 4. Multiply by 6 over 35. 6 over 35. Multiply by 6 over 35. Multiply by 6 over 35. Now, the next thing we do, we can simply reduce the terms. We can start reducing the terms. Let's say, for example, we can, you see, 7 can divide 7 and 7 can divide 35. See? Since this is multiplication, we can say 7 divided by 7, we get 1. 35 divided by 7, we get 5 here in the denominator. We get 5 here in the denominator. 2 can go here, 2 can go here. See? So we divide this one by 2, we get 2 here. And we divide this one by 2, we get 3 here. So now let's multiply the top and the bottom. For the top, we have 1 multiplied by 3, which is 3. 1 multiplied by 3, which is 3. For the denominator, we have 2 multiplied by 5, which is 10. So we have 3 over 10. That's all. Why they make this question 3 marks? 3 over 10. We cannot reduce further because there's no number that can go into 3 and 10. So 3 over 10. So cheap, and they gave 3 marks because they say don't use calculator. Okay, let's move on. Question number 14. Question number 14. We go to have, it says use the sine rule to find angle ABC. Angle ABC. This angle, the angle here. The angle here. Angle ABC. I love this. They're asking us to use the sine rule. They remember in the Waidsum Academy videos, we put sine rule in trigonometry, how to do this. Okay, so this is in the exam now, we have to deal with this question. We have to deal with this. Is that okay? So let's employ sine rule. You know sine rule? It will be this side over this side and this side over sine of this angle equal to this side over sine of the one they asked us to find. So let's draw the triangle first. ABC. 5.9, 70.8. Okay, let's draw the triangle first. Question number 14. Question number 14. Let's 'Okay, let's assume, even if it's not perfectly same, but let's see, it's a triangle ABC. Okay, let's see, this is A, here is B, here is C. Okay, they've given us some sides. Here is 5.9, 70.8. 5.9 centimeter. Here is 70.8. $84.6, right? So this angle in C is 84. 84.6 degree. $84.6 degree. Okay, so they ask us to find ABC, angle ABC. So ABC. They are asking us to find angle ABC. Okay, that's this angle. So we can call it X, or we just call it theta. It's up to us, anything we want to call it. Let's call it theta. But always better we use theta for angle. So they ask us to use the sine rule. Remember, sine rule is the one opposite, like small b, you know. These are in centimeter, okay? These are in centimeter. This one is also in centimeter. This is small b, because it's facing the big B. Small b is this, and then this is small c, this side, facing the angle C is small c. So we are giving a B and C. So I can say B, to write the sine rule is B over sine B This is the formula. B over sine B, capital letter B, that's the big one, the angle, is equal to small c, which is the side, small c, over side, big C, which is the angle. That's the formula we're going to use. Okay? That's the formula we're going to use. So, what is our small b? Our small b is 5.9. So we write 5.9. 5.9 over the big B, which is theta, sine theta. So we write sine theta. We don't know the value. That's what they asked us to find. So we write sine theta. Sine theta is equal to, what is the C? Small c is 70.8. So we write 70.8 here. 70.8. 70.8 over sine C, which is 84.6, which is sine over sine 84.6. Sine 84.6. Okay, so the next step is to cross multiply. So if we cross multiply, we have 17 sine theta, 17.8 multiplied by sine theta, cross multiplication. No cross multiplication, we're going to cross multiply. Like you're going to multiply the 1 here, the denominator here with the numerator here. And you're going to multiply this denominator with this numerator. That's the meaning of cross multiply. We're going to cross the multiplication. Okay, so when we do that, we have 17.8 times sine theta, this one, sine theta, the one we're looking for, multiplied by sine theta, is equal to 5.9 multiplied by sine 84.6 multiplied by sine 84.6. Okay, so the next thing we do is to make sine theta the subject of formula. So we say sine theta is equal to 5.9 times sine 84.6 sine 84.6 all over, because we divided both sides by 17.8. Divided by 17.8, remaining only sine theta. Divide the right side by 17.8, so you write it there. Divide by 17.8. So the next is to key in into our calculator and get the value. So we first of all press sine 84.6. Press sine 84.6 in your calculator. Sine 84.6. What you get? You get 0 point something. Multiply by 5.9. Multiply by 5.9. So we get 1.30 what? 1.304 what? 483.2, I think we stop there, 32. Then divide by 17 point. Divide by 17 point. divided by 70.8. We'll get 0.073305. Okay, now we're going to find the sine inverse of this. Remember, sine theta is this. Sine theta is this value. Now we're looking for theta, we're not looking for sine theta. We're looking for theta. Remember, we're looking for theta. They asked us to calculate that angle B, angle ABC. So we're looking for that angle at B. Right? The angle at B or angle at C? At the angle at B. So we say theta. To find the theta, we're going to find the sine inverse. You say theta. If you divide here by sine, you divide here by sine. Here will become sine inverse. Sine inverse. 1 over sine means sine raised to power minus 1. Because if you divide by sine, it becomes 1 all over sine here. And that's why it's sine raised to power minus 1. Becomes sine raised to power minus 1. In indices, 1 all over 2 is 2 raised to power minus 1. 1 all over sine will be sine raised to power minus 1. So sine inverse of 0.073305. What do we get? What angle do we get? You're going to get an angle, a value of an angle. What is that value? What's that value? Sine inverse. Press sine raised to power minus 1, second function in your calculator. Second function, and then you press sine. Second function, you press sine to give you sine inverse sine. You give you sine inverse. There, you type in this number. You get an angle. Okay. What angle do you get? Either you say second function, or in your calculator if it has inverse, INV, inverse sine. $19.3. Okay, this is the angle, 19.3. This is the angle. Okay, so that's it. You get the answer to this question. You find this angle, 19 point something. Okay, so that's it. And if you want to find this other angle, it's easy. You just add this plus this, subtract from 180. You get the angle here. Okay, that's that for that. And let's move on to the next question. It's 3 marks. You know how to do that. This is proportion or variation. This is variation. Question number 50 is variation. Okay? How many questions do this paper have? Question 16. Question 17. Question 18. I think we'll stop part 1 from question 50. Part 2, we will finish the other question, right? We stop at 50, question 50, part 1. Okay, tomorrow we'll do part 2 of this paper. We'll finish it up tomorrow morning. Okay, so we stop at 15. Let's do this question 50 and then we end today's class. So what we have is question number 15. Okay, so we say y is directly proportional to x minus 1 squared. Y is directly proportional to x minus 1 squared. So let's write it straight away. We're not going to write the word is. Y is direct proportional is just like this. Directly proportional to x minus 1 x minus 1 square. X minus 1 square. Y is directly proportional to x minus 1 square. Okay? And then let's see what they give for y. They say x is 5, y is 4. Find y when x is 7. X is 5, y is 4. X is 5, y is 4. Y is 4. Find y when x is 7. Okay, this is the precondition. We're going to use this one to get our k, our value of k, the constant of proportionality. Now the next is a find y. After you find your k, find y when x is 7. Find y. After you get your k, find y when y will be equal to what? We don't know. We're going to look for it. We're going to look for y. So I put question mark there. When x is 7. When x is 7. So we're going to substitute to this thing, and then so we're going to, this is stage 2. Stage 1 is to use the first values. This value give x and y give it to us to find the value of k. So let's put this one in the proper perspective. This is for direct proportion or direct variation. This is for direct proportion or direct variation. If it's inverse variation, we will put 1 all over this. If it's inverse variation. For direct, let's finish up. We remove the symbol of variation and put the constant of proportion, variation or proportion. So the constant of proportion is k. We always introduce k whenever we introduce equal to. Whenever we introduce equal to. And then we say this is k into x minus 1 squared. Okay, let's write it properly. X minus 1 squared. Now we're going to substitute to this place. The value they've given us, they say y is 4. So I'm going to put 4 in place of y. And they say x is 5. I'm going to put 5 in place of x. So here I write 4 so that we can find k. 4 is equal to k. 4 is equal to k into, what is x? X is 5. So we put 5 minus 1. X is 5. So we write 5 minus 1 squared. We close the bracket, we square it. So the next step is we say 4 is equal to k into 5 minus 1 is 4. So this bracket we have 4 inside because 5 minus 1 is 4, and then we square the 4. We square. If you forget to square, you get it wrong. So here we now have 4. The next step we say 4 is equal to 16. 4 square is 16. 16k. So we have 16 times k, we have 16k. So to find k, we divide both sides by 16. To find k, we divide both sides by 16. In order for us to find k, I divide my right side by 16 and my left side by 16. Okay, in order to find k. So in doing that, this 16 we cancel this 16. K will be equal to 4 over 16, which we can simplify to be 1 over 4. K will be equal to 4 over 16, which we can reduce to its lowest terms or its simplest term. 4 divided by 4, we get 1. 16 divided by 4, we get 4. So we get 1 all over 4 for k. So our k value is 1 all over 4. Our k value is what? 1 over 4. That's the value for k, 1 all over 4. Okay, we're going to use it for the second phase. The value of k. Now, look, they've given us x to be y we don't know, and x to be 7. So we go back to the equation, the one we formulated, this one. We're going to rewrite this one. We're going to say y, the formula, y equal to k into y equal to k into x minus 1 square This is our formula, direct proportional, direct variation formula. X minus 1 square. Okay, so y equal to k into x minus 1 square. Remember we found k and we're looking for y now. Remember we found k, right? Remember we found k, so y will be equal to k is 1 over 4, so we write the value of k 1 over 4 multiplied by, or you put the bracket. They've given us x, they say x is 7, so if x is 7 we say 7. The second case they gave us x to be 7, so you say 7 minus 1, which will be 6. You square 6, you get 36. So if you square 6, you're going to get 36. So we have y to be equal to, okay, let's rule this place. Y to be equal to 1 over 4 multiplied by 36. Why is it 36? Because 7 minus 1 is 6. 6 squared is 36. So we just go straight. We write 36 here. Okay? So 4 can go into 36. Now we say 4 divided by 36. 4 divided by 4, we get 1. 36 divided by 4, we get 9. 9 multiplied by 1 is 9. Divided by 1 is still 9. So we get our answer to be y equal to 9. Y equal to 9. Okay, y will be equal to 9. That's it. That's it for this question. They ask you to find y equal to 9. Let's see. They just ask you to find y, and it's 3 marks. They know you're going to find k first before you find y, so they give 3 marks. So this will be the end of part A of this